New mic, new microphone. Hey, everybody. Welcome. All right. I am here and getting ready to build again. Oh my God. I've not been this excited to do something in a while. Like, I've got a lot of stuff to do, but like, you know what I mean? It's something else. I'm excited. Okay, so what are we looking at? What's happening, Jack? What's going on? I do not understand. Well, allow me to be your guide on this journey. All right, so I made the dome red originally, and we can go over and see this. I'm not like, I like the red. It matches color-wise. It really does match. But at the same time, it just doesn't work. I like the blue better. I don't know. As for the cracks and the kintsugiing here, I'm undoing that. I'm gonna put the cracks on the arms instead. So, it finally got made. I was finally able to finish deleting all the black glass, deleting all the excess material, and having this gigantic inner structure here. And I'm so stoked that I finally got it done. This underside or inner part here is just that stone core that I spoke of. There's a lot of like space here now. It's mind-blowing how big this is. You could probably fit all of Space Valk 3 in this middle part. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, let's just figure it out. Can you fit all of Space Valk 3 in this middle portion? I've not actually bothered to test. Okay. Look straight, turn on fly. Just like that. Oh yeah. Hey, Copperator. Hey, Universal. Hey, everybody else. Yes, I got a new mic for Christmas. I was just too lazy to set it up. And then I eventually got it all, you know. Got it all set. I'm good. I'm no longer having to borrow my brother's. Hopefully this one sounds... I mean, it's the same species, so it should be the same. I know. And to let you know early, I just finished watching the entirety of Batman Beyond. Ooh. Yeah, I watched all of Batman Beyond back when it aired. Years upon years ago. Okay. It is 751 blocks at its widest. So it's not big enough to house all of Space Valk 3, but certainly enough to house the central pillar. I think the central pillar could fit snugly in here. But what I was actually going to have in here is a Valley of Wheat styled build in the middle, and then under it, I don't know, maybe a bunch of subway tubes. I wanted to have... Where is it? Here's the dead center. So, like, I wanted to put a beacon array that would go through everything and sort of bathe everything in beacon effects. But I've got the central sort of thing here. Blue does look better. That's what I'm thinking. I peppered it. Hey, Malin Smith. Hey, Warpath. Congrats on the new mic. Yeah, well, thank you. Hopefully it doesn't sound too different or any weirder or better or worse. I mean, I liked the quality of the previous one. It was just such a shame that it broke. And it has the exact same connector as the previous one. So if this one breaks, fuck. Oh well, hopefully I can get 4 or 5 years of use out of it before that happens. Anyway, so yeah, a Valley of Wheat sort of Megabase mountain in the center with some stuff under it and inside it, obviously. And then over here, I have these sort of... This is where the dome ends. These are going to be gigantic tunnels that go off into the arm. And this arm is fucking huge. All these arms are big. I'm just like, wow, I can't believe it worked. The skin and the core process, like, it was all very arduous, but it worked out. Like, it looks so good. It's like spray painting a very specific pattern onto a piece of paper or cardboard. Spray paint's so unwieldy. I saw a guy many, many years ago. He made a photorealistic planet. He was doing this as a sort of sideshow kind of event at a carnival. And he was making a bunch of planets and using a various cans of spray paint to do it. And he, this one woman comes up and he asks her, you know, what detailing do you want on your planet? And so she's like, you know, I want it to look like Mars. I want it to be this, that, the other. And he's like, okay, I got you. And so with a creative sort of twist, he basically used a series of shields and stencils to both give it that amazing planet-like look, as well as a really snazzy level of finish and like polish. And it turned out so good. And I was just blown away by that. And it was just fucking spray paint. It wasn't even special. And I was just like, I can't believe you can make that. Oh, crap. Okay, we're over a block too far. That's fine. I've got to fix that. But yeah, it blew me away how, like, impressive that man's artistic skills were. So yeah, that's what that style, that skin of sorts reminds me of. It looks an awful lot like some sort of like spray painted thing. Okay. And yes, I agree, Julian. It does look dope. So we've got deep slate tile, black concrete, and black stone for these inner hexagon areas. And what I was thinking of doing is eventually coming back with slabs and just connecting up as much of this as I can. So just like something like this. Maybe giving it like 2 layers of slab or something. Or I say 2 layers, but like, you know, an extra amount like this. Something like that, just to sort of help smooth it out. Because, you know, if you're running around on the top here, like, you're going to want, you know, you're going to want it to look good. You're going to want it to feel smooth, I guess. And then like that. And as for the black stone, or not the black stone, the concrete, I wish we had a really dark black block with stairs and slabs, but we just don't. All the black stuff is stair and slab and wallless. It's obsidian, concrete, wool, technically black stained glass, but I'm not using black stained glass. You get the idea. It's just so blocky, and I kind of want to eliminate that where I can. Oh well. What can you do? So yeah, just something like that as a sort of demo, because the grade of this is, it's like go over 3 or 4 and then drop down, and then over 3 or 4 drop down. So it's like very gradual, and it works. It works in my opinion. It's very good. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out so far. I can't wait to put lights on it and like structures that pop out of it and all sorts of shit like that. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. And then obviously I'm going to replace the dome and make it look appropriate. And so the dome is going to be the hub, obviously. The base and the living areas are going to be under here somewhere. You know, gotta fix, or not fix, but determine where I want that to be. Give it a good old once over with planning. Urban development, as it were. And then just have a bunch of stairways and hallways going various directions. And then I want to put some sort of a ring, because you know me in rings. So Spray painting graffiti is very underrated. Yeah, I've seen a lot of really good graffiti on the sides of trains, and obviously it's probably done by gangs and stuff, because they're like name tags and they're, you know, just stupid shit, you know, shit posts effectively. But they're very well made, and you can't help but, like, when you get stuck in traffic at a train stop and the train is just going by and you're just stuck there for 20 minutes, you can't help but admire it. Like, you see 50 or so cars pass by, and every single one of them is tagged to hell and back. Like, it's a very cool thing to see. Like, it's a little silly, some of them, but I admire the artistry, you know? So that was kind of like how I did it with this. For those of you wondering how I got the original pattern in Minecraft, I used MapArtCraft and then just used a bunch of schematics and then pasted them in there. And that's why the dome and this arm, that's why the hex pattern just seamlessly transitions from over here on up, and then bam, and it just continues the pattern on up. And then it goes all the way over, and it's totally as it seems. Like, there isn't a single break or misaligned block. Like, I use the line command with WorldEdit, which, fuck me, I played around with WorldEdit for nearly 6 years, building on Space Valk 3, had no clue there was a line command in WorldEdit, didn't know for years, and if I had known, oh man, the things I'd have been able to do before now. So yeah, I was able to use the line command to create the geometry of this star. Oh, it's gonna be so good. We're gonna have like observation towers hanging down. Some of these hex patterns, some of these hexagons are going to be extruded downward and are going to be like rooms, and you're going to, you know, see lights on them. Picture, well, I hate to go back to the well, but, you know, I will. Picture some of the shit from Cloud City, you know, Bespin. Hey, yo, Jose the YouTuber. It's been good. It's been good. Yes, the honeycomb pattern. I love it. Hex patterns are really, really cool. So yeah, I'm going to replace that over there with this dome. But the problem with this dome, the reason I'm not immediately using this dome, is that I want each of these filled in hexagons to have a gold outline like this. And I was doing this by hand, and then I thought, this fucking sucks. What if I could automate it somehow? Well, unfortunately, I can't totally automate it the way that I want. You know, using, generally speaking, you want to use commands, you know, WorldEdit and the like, right? So I figured out how to extrude and send all of these patterns through a specific material that I want. But it's not bad. It's just not like cooperative. I still have to make all these rings, or all these hexagon. I have to gild all of these by hand, basically. I can't think of a way to use all the commands in my head to produce the effect. Like, I was thinking of sandwiching these hexagons between two planes of glass, top and bottom, and then just using the exposed mask, which will replace whatever block you're looking at with when you're using a brush. It'll replace it with whatever block type you've specified, but only if that block is exposed to air. So it would get the edges, but the problem would be it would not get the connecting bits. And then, you know, some bits would get on there, and that's kind of annoying, honestly. Undo. And I don't want this inner part getting gilded, because although it would look really cool, but that would be way too many gold blocks. I only want the inner filled hexagons to be gilded. So you can tell already I've gotten a bunch, but god damn it, it's annoying. So yeah, if you know of a better shortcut, hey, Stone Cold Killer, or some sort of like way to efficientize this, to make this more efficient. Not taking chances with misaligned blocks? Hell no. No misaligned blocks. Not happening. even though I'm sure I'll still screw up somehow, somewhere. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants on this, so I'm not going to sit here and say the process is 100% perfect. I made a lot of extra work for myself with things that I didn't think ahead, and you know, that's the process of learning, I guess. Hello, Air One. You've been playing Subnautica. It looks like the alien structure's good. I like Subnautica. Oh, and also, speaking of Subnautica, so I've watched a bit of Dark Takanuva's streams, where he's been making a bunch of underwater sort of Subnautica-inspired habitats on a world. I'm not going to say which one, but you know the one. And I thought about that, and I went, I need to have... So first and foremost, I'm going to have the Valley of Wheat, or a Valley of Wheat-like structure, somewhere over here. Well, I know where. It's going to be under the dome. And I need other habitats, you know? And so what would be cooler than having an alien habitat in some of these arms, you know? Like, I'm going to have some sort of a tower structure on the 5 corners where the arms meet. So, like, right here. And that's where a lot of, like, living spaces are going to be. And there's going to be a lot of living spaces under the Valley of Wheat structure, because there's a fair bit of space in here. But, like, going out here to the arms, you know, wouldn't it be really cool if there was some sort of, like, a structure or living habitat or some sort of, like, some sort of alien biosphere, right? Picture BSL from Metroid Fusion, the Biological Space Labs from Metroid Fusion. Picture that. Maybe I might even have some dome peek out on this arm, this edge right here. Just have some dome peek out through the surface. Do I have a Discord? Yes. Looks like a black hole. I mean, it's not that bad. I don't know. Something like that. And then I was also going to have a structure on the tips of the arms as well. Just to sort of kind of make it feel... How do I put this? Give it a sort of like techy feel to it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Ronin ship from... I don't know what GOTG is, but okay. Why does it say RIP Space Valk 5 2028 to 2044? Oh... He finally looked at the description. Just copy a gilded blackstone pentagon and paste it. How I wish it were that easy. Some of these are duplicates. I can tell already that this one and this one are. Like, I could do that. But some of these are not duplicates. And so already my ability to just copy paste them, like, it's not that simple, sadly. I'm gonna try, just because I know that would help speed some of it up, but some of these are just not duplicates of one another. Like over here, this one is. This one should theoretically work. Oh, I know. Actually, paste, maintain this selection. Cool. Replace blackstone with air. There we go. So now I just get the gold ring. So now I can tell if anything is amiss. Cut. So, okay. Now I should just be able to paste it. I mean, you're not wrong, Poncho. It's just not... I don't know. I'm worried about this fucking up. And doing it all by hand... kind of... I was afraid of that. Undo. Yeah, that one's not compatible. This one, I think, is compatible right here. Oh. No. Gotta make it right. It's gotta... it's got to fit perfectly because the way this pattern is offset, there are bits and pieces that will be amiss. And we're not taking any chances with things going amiss. Because this whole pattern is this dome, but flattened. So all these filled in hexagons line up perfectly, vertically speaking, with these. So what I was going to do is globally mask blackstone. And by globally masking the blackstone, I can stack it vertically many hundreds of blocks, and only these edges will be done. Like, is it offset by 1? No, it isn't. This is on, it will be on 2B2T one day. So, just gonna have to bear with me on that. Someday. See, I'm kind of worried that it's put more gold in spots that the gold doesn't need to be. But that does actually look like that fit pretty decently. So I don't know. I might go to that extreme. But I don't know. See, I kind of backed myself into a corner. This has to be done very precisely, or else it's just not going to turn out the way I want. That's going to bother me. Why are some filled in and some empty? The hexagons themselves? So, like, why is this hexagon filled in, but this one is empty? Just because it looks cool. It gives variance. It's not all the same. I could have made it all the same, but I explicitly told myself, no, vary it up. Don't make it all look exactly the same. Make it feel unique. Give everything its own sort of flair. I want to put some kind of like a decal or a pattern in the middle, but I might just save that for like when I'm done. So for example, this one here, I might go out of my way to find some sort of a pattern. Oh, what am I doing? I got this. Like, I'll etch some kind of magical rune or some sort of magical character into these bits, these hex shield looking things. I might actually go for katakana or hiragana. Yeah, actually, I like that. Never mind. I'm gonna make, okay, brush, sphere, 20, blackstone. Oh, what? Mask. Gold block. Oh well. That sucks to undo, but like, it's fine. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do these by hand because I'm very, very hamstrung by my lack of experience of how this would all come together. I just kind of like loosely thought of all this and just started piecing it together around Christmas time. So I've only worked on this for maybe a month. Or no, not even a month. It's not even been a month since Christmas. Damn. Look better on a pattern that makes sense. I don't know, you always use the chessboard pattern. Well, I want to get away from that. I want to do a different pattern. I want to be, you know, I want to challenge myself. And in the process of making this so far, I have done just that. I've challenged myself in ways that I didn't expect. Yeah, it's just totally different. And you know, I'm all right with that. I might actually, instead of using gold, I might use ochre froglight, because that's like reasonably, yeah. Okay, mask, blackstone, brush 0, or no, let's make it maybe 1, ochre froglight. No, that's too big. Undo. Let's make it 0. Yeah. Okay, and so now I'm going to sort of kind of draw in hiragana. So that's somewhat gold-like. Just because I feel like it gives it a very, not necessarily alien feel, but certainly futuristic feel. Oh, Gonna have to manually erase that one. The hiragana tsu. Why? Because. Just because. Also, it gives it a sort of cyberpunk-esque vibe, in my opinion. Having random Japanese script on the walls. Come on. There we go. Ooh, that looked good. That looks very good. Just one tiny bit. Yeah. Perfect. Fucking love that. That is perfect. Look at it without shaders. You draw the Mojang logo. That does kind of look like the Mojang logo, but it's not. It's the hiragana tsu. Yeah, I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. That's going to be a fun little... See, I just came up with that idea out of the blue. So, like, that's going to give the base a lot of character in places. So, what has everybody felt today on this day, the day that Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated? Or born, I forget which one it is we're celebrating. Oh yeah, and also that one guy got into power or office or some shit, I don't know. I don't pay attention to politics. So how's everybody's day been? Other than that, whoops. We do a bit of trolling, it looks awesome, thank you. I'm glad it looks like shit. I thought it was the day of speech. It is a day of speech. People speak. That is for sure. That definitely did happen. Trump saved TikTok. Really? I didn't expect him to do that. Okay. Well, hey, Zoomers, you get your AC ADHD enabler back, or whatever the hell it was for you guys. Oh, speaking of, let me open up my TikTok. I haven't opened up that in a long time. Oops, something went wrong. Okay. Community guidelines. We've updated. Oh, shit. No, you can't know my location. Fuck off. Okay. My videos are all gone. Huh. Okay. 0 following. 174. Okay. Here's Space Valk. Okay, well, maybe I should upload some shit to this. I don't know. Who asked for my location? TikTok wants to know my location, and it asks that every fucking time I open it. And I just politely decline. Tell it to stick it where the sun don't shine. He flip-flopped on TikTok? Flip-flopped in what way? I'm not aware of, like, what it was. Like, I know they were all ban, 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 and now it's not ban. So I don't know. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Ain't none of this matters. It is the day of his birth. Okay. Your dopamine production app. Yeah. Sounds about right. Mr. Beast is planning on buying it? Holy shit. Oh man, after everything that came out about him last year, is that a good thing? Is that bad? Does it matter? I don't fucking know. I think the damage that TikTok may have done to your young, impressionable brains is possibly beyond fixing and reversing. So, fuck it. Scroll away, you know? What's the like, when the crack addict has absolutely... Or no, not the crack addict. The meth addict. When the meth addict has just ruined their teeth beyond help, and they've just scratched their skin to the point where it's, like, ragged, and you know what a meth addict's skin looks like. You've probably seen it. Like, when the meth addict has gotten to that point, and they look leathery and kind of half dead inside, like... If they don't want to get clean, you're not going to help them. Ban them from meth. I mean, that doesn't do anything. You're just forcing sobriety on them. They'll relapse any chance they get. But if they want to get clean, they'll probably try and get clean, even if it's a difficult thing for them to do. But like, that's effectively what I see it as. If TikTok has been as bad as everybody says it has been, and I'm actually not sold on the idea that TikTok has been, you know, as detrimental as everybody says it has been. I'm not 100% on board with that idea yet. Maybe it has had an impact. I'm sure it has. There's no way it hasn't. But to what degree that impact exists, I don't know. That said, like, I think it's too late to reverse. And if you don't want to scroll TikTok, you're not going to scroll TikTok. If you do want to scroll TikTok, or you want to find a TikTok alternative, the market will just fill that niche. You know, the meth addict will get their hit somehow. You're not really going to be able to stop that. You're going to be able to stand in the way for a while, but standing in the way isn't the same as stopping it, you know? That's just kind of making an obstacle of yourself, and then something may happen. The winds will inevitably change, because of course they will. And things will be different. I don't know. As long as the Cheeto doesn't get involved with TikTok, it's a moot point. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what way the winds will blow, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride, so strap in. I don't think Mr. Beast has enough money. Really? I know there's a Chinese company that currently owns it. And obviously that's like one of the big problems that, you know, everybody had with it. If that company is not willing to sell, like, fuck are they going to do, you know? I mean, apart from banning it and keeping the ban in place, though it does look like, because I was able to get onto TikTok. All my videos are gone, but I was able to get on there. So, like, if nothing else, you know, it's still technically around. It's accessible again. So, like, I don't know. It's not going to matter. I think this is all just spitting in the wind anyway. Anyway, we are in danger. Oh, yeah, I'm in danger meme. God, I love The Simpsons, but damn, I wish that hadn't caught on the way that it had. I've got so sick of seeing that I'm in danger meme. Oh well. Maybe one day it will retire and no one will use it. Gmod YouTube poop is brain rot too, but it's not trying to be anymore. Yeah, I've noticed the YouTube poop scene has been around for nearly 20 years. Or maybe it's exactly 20. Well, no, it couldn't be. Does anybody know when the first YouTube poop was made with Gmod? Starring Gmod stuff? Like, I don't think, because obviously that's been around a while, I don't think that has had this big bad impact. Maybe it has, I don't know. Maybe it's just sort of, we haven't yet had enough time to see the effects of it. I don't know. You haven't seen a single episode of The Simpsons? Air One, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Stop, go watch The Simpsons now. Go watch the golden age of seasons 5 through 9, I believe it is. I don't know, where the golden age is, a lot of people will argue. I don't know. But yeah, you should definitely go watch it. 2007, 2008. Okay. Yeah, we're getting right up on 20 years then. Holy shit. It's getting close to 20 years since 2007, 2008. That means that my graduation from high school will be 20 years ago now. Holy shit. Getting on there. Homer's mom being alive. Yeah, Homer's mother's alive or some shit. Wait, what does that have to do with anything? What do you call a good finale? Oh, how would I end it? Probably Abe's death and Homer realizing his mortality. We could do a sort of existential comedy, because that isn't something that we've had good... You know, we haven't had a good existential comedy from The Simpsons in a long, long time. At least, I haven't watched a Simpsons season in years, so I could be wrong. Maybe we've gotten a good one recently. But that would be a good way to do a legitimate finale to The Simpsons. Just be like, you know, Abe dies, because we've had other characters die permanently on The Simpsons, and they've stayed dead. Edna Krabappel, Ned Flanders' wife, they've both died permanently. And, you know, fair enough. We could have Homer's father die, and it really kind of like strike a chord with him, and he realizes, oh my God, mortality is real. And have a sort of remembrance in remembrance of Abe kind of thing. Do a bunch of jokes and a bunch of like lamp-shaded references. And then just finally put the whole series to bed and have Homer turn over some sort of a new leaf from his existential dread or something. You know, he learns a lesson, and just have it end on a high note. You would need really, really, really smart writers to pull that off, and really clever jokes. Like, it would literally, the episode, if it's the finale, it would need to be a joke a minute. Maybe even a joke every 30 seconds. To just like bam, 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 the whole way through. Have it be really tight and really well delivered, and have that be the finale. I think that would be a great way to end the series, if that's what they choose. If they actually choose to end the series, I don't know. The actors are getting up there. I mean, come on. I think Apu is dead. No, Apu is what we colloquially refer to as been put on a bus. Apu, as a character, has just ceased to be used in a focused manner, you know? He exists. He's still there. He exists entirely in the background now. He is a face that you will recognize, and that's it. They don't use him. He's off limits. Not much else to say about it, really. Okay. What am I seeing here, Universon? What command is this? Universon sent me a video. I'm watching it. Hold on. Replace. Okay. So what? You're trying to show me you can use sand to... I don't know. I'm not done. Let me see the whole thing first. Replace sand with gold. Okay. Copy it. Yeah. Okay, replace the oaks with air, right? Yeah. I mean, that kind of works, but you started with a ring. That's the problem. Like, this is not a ring. This is a solid structure. I don't have a way to differentiate the edges of the solid structure in a connected manner. Okay, let me preface this with, see, here's what I could do. Okay, let me turn off shaders so it's a little easier to see. Pause 1, pause 2. Okay, right here. Pause 2. Okay, set glass. All right. Pause 1. Set glass. Okay, so I got this. Let us... No. Get it like that. Pause 1. Okay. Copy. Deselect. Break that. Paste without error. Get that. Okay. So now I've got it sandwiched between two layers of glass, as I said. So now what I could do is do mask hashtag exposed. Okay. And then I'm going to set this brush to be just a little bit bigger. Sphere, ochre, blackstone, come on. Come on, movement history, where are you? There we go. So let's make this like 3. Okay, and then I can go into spectator mode and do this. Oh, fuck. Okay. Undo a bunch. Oh, God. Okay. Forgot. G-mask. Blackstone. Got to set a global mask. So expose that. We'll see now that. I knew there'd be bleed over, but oh well. Just sort of use this as an example. I could do it this way, but as you can see, it's messy and it doesn't get the edges, or rather it only gets the very edge of the edges. You know what I mean? If I wanted to replace glass with air. Oh, that's right. G-mask. Turn off the G-mask. Get rid of that. Global mask is actually really fucking cool. I'm glad I discovered that command. I eventually broke down and one day, I don't know, when I started this project, I eventually broke down and started perusing the WorldEdit wiki. I'm honestly shocked they've not added more commands or changed WorldEdit in any way. Anyway, so I can do it this way, right? But then I have to manually go in. Whoops. Undo. I have to manually go in and place the corners, which is what makes it look more full and more complete. So either manually do it by hand, or I can do it with a brush at a distance. But since I'm doing it this way, I may as well just do the whole thing this way, you know? Like, it sucks. There's no easy way to differentiate the inside of the structure from the outermost edges in the way that I want. Keyword there, in the way that I want. Or key phrase, I mean. Fulbright jump scare. Universon didn't send me an IP grabber. Hey Cosmos, welcome. He sent me a video. And it was useful. I mean, it's not like I've not seen it before. I just, you know, it doesn't really solve my problem. Because see, no matter what I do, I only want to get the edges of these. So apart from painting it, because that's basically what I'm having to do, I'm having to literally paint it. Apart from just painting it like this. I meant it more for getting the flat pattern onto the dome. Oh, no, I already have a way to do that. I didn't need help on that. I've got an idea. As for getting the flat pattern onto the dome, while that would not work, but like I get what you're going for, it would be raised. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in such a way that, so you see how the underside of this hex is not gilded? My alternative would be, if I'm going to make all of these gold rims by hand, well, I would need to make the undersides gold as well, you know, because it's all one continuous, piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the global mask, and then as I said, I have all these patterns in the proper orientation. I'm going to use the global mask, and then I'm just going to stack it without air. Global mask Blackstone, and that will overwrite only the edges of all the Blackstone on the domes in the exact way that I have it. So it'll get the problem solved. It's getting the damn things in the first place. That's the problem. I've got to paint them all painstakingly by hand. Or sort of, kind of like this. There isn't a good workaround. Pasting them only kind of works sometimes. But I'm afraid of it putting gold in spots that it doesn't need to be. And I'm afraid of it overwriting the shape of these. Because these shapes are exactly as they are on the dome. So there's no negotiating or altering these shapes. These shapes have to be followed precisely. So I don't have a choice. I've got to I've got to do it this way. Wait, Jack, and you're nearing your 40 in your high school graduation 20 years ago? Damn, time flies, yeah? Yeah, damn, time flies. I was almost 20 when I graduated high school. I was 18. You know, that's pretty common. Like, that's really just the normal math for most people. You know, most people graduate 17, 18. That's really, really close to 20. So if you add 20 years, puts you close to 40. Just is what it is. 20 plus 17 is 37. Or, well, actually 18. So I'd be 38 when that happens. But yeah, like, that's how it goes. Time does not stop. You learn that really quick once you get out of high school, I feel. Or at least that's when I learned it. Maybe you learned that sooner than I did. The inevitable march of time. Why did I graduate at 18? I did. I didn't mean to say 17. I mean, well, some people graduated at 17, but still, you get the point. Like, you add 20 years onto something, you're going to compound it by quite a while. So I've got fast place. Does fast use? Let's turn this way the hell down. It still creates something of a lag behind. I don't know. I'm trying to like make it super fast, you know, super silky smooth. Oh well. I mean, I guess this is fast enough, considering I'm making all these fucking mistakes. It's gonna look so great when it's done. I'm probably gonna, hopefully I can get them all done by the end of the stream, but we'll see. There's too much here. I made this too fucking large. The curse of a mega build is one of folly. Maybe Axiom? Possibly. I've not looked enough into Axiom to know what it is capable of. I'm so much more well-versed with WorldEdit. So, like, knowing how to do stuff in WorldEdit, it's the difference between making your dreams come true and not, you know? So, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to switch to a new thing because I already know how to do stuff in WorldEdit. Relearning Axiom would be way too much trouble for right now. Maybe later when I'm not like worried about adding on or doing so much. I don't know. How about baritone? No, baritone would not have a way to do this. Baritone can barely follow simple instructions. Baritone can't do something this complicated. Like, the most I could think of for baritone is to tell it to replace black stone with gold. But if I'm going to do that, I may as well just do it globally. You know? There's not really a point to, like, to get it the way that I want, these edges. And the whole point of this base is to unorthodox shapes, you know? I don't do hexagons, I don't do triangles, I don't do 5-pointed stars, you know? These are things that I don't have expertise in. All my bases have been round for a reason. Or, well, all the famous ones anyway. That's precisely because roundness is very easy to portray in Minecraft, but you can portray all these other complex shapes too. But they're more, you know, you got to do stuff to get it there. We can finish the gold edges in one stream. It was worth it. This was worth it. Yeah, definitely. Damn it. Are Axiom brushes better than WorldEdit? I have not used both. Axiom feels more like a third-party program than a Minecraft mod, which is fine. Back in the day, I got a lot of fun use out of MCEdit before MCEdit went under. So I guess if you knew the program inside and out and you had that level of knowledge and you were just godly at it, yeah, you could probably knock out a problem like this in no time. But again, I don't have a way to like mask only this bit that I want to mask and nothing more, you know? Because like anything more that I do is just going to be as much work, you know, as the setup to do it with a command is going to be just as much work as painting it by hand would be. So like, it's 1/2 dozen of the other and 6 of one. 6 of one on one hand, 1/2 dozen on the other hand. Like, you're going the same length of, doing the same amount of work, same length of trip. Nothing's going to be, there's no shortcut. Whoops. Which is a damn shame, because shortcuts are how you get stuff done using WorldEdit. Okay, so far so good. I mean, we still got like 4 dozen almost. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Oh my God. We're probably looking at 54. Roughly 54 hexagons. Oof. We're a little over halfway though, just judging by it. This may not take more than an hour if I just pound it out. Concentrate. Focus. I like sharp edges as it's easier to WorldEdit replace. I mean, yeah, that's fine, but repeating patterns or patterns at odd angles, it looks better from a distance. And it makes your mind wander. Like, how do I get, There's not many details to pop out. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna, detail each hexagon with something crazy. What was the tool your brother used to paint custom Minecraft worlds? It's called World Painter. And World Painter is really cool, but it's for even larger scale things than this. World Painter, I feel, would also be about the same in terms of work. I've already considered World Painter. I don't think it accomplishes anything. Not that I wouldn't already do, I mean. I would love to help by downloading the world file, but your laptop may explode. Oh, well, hey. There's a reason I made it into a void world. Let me use creative mode fly and then do this. Uh-oh. And then maybe this will speed it up a little bit. Like, I feel like there's a technique here, There's a bit of technique to how to, There we go. Oh. Huh? What the fuck? What? Oh, I see what happened. Wow, that was retarded. Oh, I fucking hate that. Okay, so I was using creative mode flight for future. And creative mode flight is slower, but it's more controlled than my base regular creative mode flight, which is like fucking Superman. And I had gone Electrofly mode in creative mode flight, and so my hitbox is weird, so my perspective is weird. So where I'm aiming is different than where I'm actually looking with the cursor. See, right there's my cursor, but it's actually lower. It's really weird. I've noticed this same problem with a bow, right? Oh, fast use. I see now. Okay, that doesn't need to be there. Anyway, same problem with a bow. I'm like, okay, well, no, they fixed it. Never mind. It used to be that when you were aiming while flying, so let's say you had to create a flight exploit, which we used to back in the day, I would fly over people like this, and then I would just pound them with creative mode flight with an elytra and then a bow, and it would do like, it would pop a totem. Like, this shit would kill a person if they didn't have a totem. And so it would force people on the ground, crystal PvPers, it would force them to take cover. Because this shit, if I hit them fast enough and hit them often enough, it would pop totems as bad as a crystal. And I was way out of their range. So, like, it worked for a little while. Obviously, this got patched, so, it doesn't work anymore. But apparently the way your aiming is still fucked up with that. I don't know. It's very strange. Oh well. Crazy fun times. God, I love that creative mode flight Elytra fly that we used to have. I think it's still doable, but I don't know. We've had a lot of Elytra changes in the last 6 months. I do know this. If it is doable, bowing someone to death is very doable. It's equally, like, amazing. Because if you're creative mode flight in Elytra mode and you're pointed down, your acceleration adds on to the damage the arrow does, because that's how the formula accounts for it. And so you'll do like 15 hearts or something fucking crazy, which is like a lit TNT cart, charged creeper, end crystal levels of damage. Really good stuff. But it's just not practical. Anyway. Can't you just copy and paste the hexagons? They're different. All of these hexagons are different from one another. And these hexagons are exactly aligned to how they are over there. If I change any of this, it won't translate over to that. So there's no negotiating on how these are structured. Or the hexagons, yeah, I've already, yeah. Now we use maces. Maybe, but I would argue that the mace, if the Elytra fly bow thing ever comes back, I would argue the mace is still inferior to that, because you got to get in someone's face and jump really high to smack someone to death with a mace. And again, all you're going to do is pop one totem. Remember, people have dozens of totems if they're in a PvP situation. So at least with the arrows, it's repeatable and it's at a safe distance. So in a lot of ways, it's better. I don't know. I wonder if you can do that with a crossbow as well. I don't think bowing people at high speeds will work as a side effect of the bow bomb patch. Damn. Oh, right. Yeah, there was that bow exploit like 3 years ago that would just insta-kill people. Like, you would be on ground normally and you would just draw your bow back, and what it would be doing is it would be jittering you like less than a block. Sort of like how you can... How, like, I can hop like this. And so you would jitter in midair, like, or on the ground like this. Draw back your bow, and it would have, like, bam, 50 hearts of damage or some shit. It was crazy. Really, really cool times. Oh, who's dinging me now? Okay. I will get to you guys' messages on Discord after stream. You know the rules, and so do I. Anyway. A skulk sensor and a bunch of TNT is how you do a lot of damage. Yeah. Theoretically, that would work if you can blow up. Because I know there were highway traps that did that. If you set up enough TNT minecarts in advance, yeah. And you can ensure the player will run into them, you could do that. I rickrolled you? Not really. It was just a slight reference to an old meme. You know, it's an old meme, but it checks out. Oh, hey, Mike. Stop beeping me when I'm on stream. Is there any medicine I should seek out for that? For what? What medicine, Ani? Learn you're a sleepwalker. Oh. I don't know. Get a sleep apnea machine, maybe? If you start sleepwalking, you'll rip the machine off the wall or whatever, and it'll hopefully wake you up. Stop your sleepwalking. I don't know, man. Sleepwalking is not something I've ever had personal experience with. I'm sure there are medicines that'll do that, but I imagine all they would do is paralyze you. or they would relax your muscles so greatly you can't walk, in which case you just sort of, I guess in that way you stay in bed. But then, I don't know, I've heard incontinence is something of a side effect with those, so your guess is as good as mine, man. Just tie you down to your base, cut your hands off. God damn it. Poncho, you are mean. What is this, Exorcist 4? Yeah, something like that. There we go. Oh man, so many more to do. Sorry, I thought your ping was from Poncho in the Discord. I looked at it and figured it out. Oh. Well, I ping the Discord within everyone when I'm going live, so, I mean, it's pretty obvious when I'm doing it. Okay, that's from my brother. He just doesn't. He sends me memes and shit every now and then. What about... I can't pronounce that. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know what that is. Oh, ayahuasca! Oh, that's what that is! I don't know anything about ayahuasca medicinally. I just know it'll make you hallucinate like you haven't ever thought. As for ayahuasca and how it fucking like... I don't know, man. I wouldn't touch it if you've not had a doctor recommend it to you. You meant bed? Why'd you... That's a good point. I know you meant bed. That's the irony. Like, I understood what you were talking about, Poncho. That's so fucking funny. That's why I thought it was from Poncho. I hadn't checked there. Oh, okay. I see. If you drink that, you'll either be relaxed or you'll freak the fuck out. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad trips happen with ayahuasca. Again, medical professionals guidance only. If you're gonna take something like that, you're taking yourself into your own hands, I guess. But hey, you wanna ayahuasca tryptamine? I don't know. I don't know anything about it other than it's just fucky shit. There we go. I want to get this at eye level. Again, you take your life into your hands with anything that will make you hallucinate. You don't wanna do that. I mean, unless you really want to do that, in which case you get whatever side effects you get. Okay, I gotta try speeding this up. La technique. Handcuff you to your respawn point. I mean, that does work. Handcuff yourself to your bed. Handcuff yourself to your base. To your home. That'll keep you from walking around if nothing else. I think I've come across that in your studies. Can't remember. Okay. Yeah. I've never looked into ayahuasca, so I don't know. I've just heard bad things about it. Like, it frightens me how that would... I'm curious how it would make me react, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. You do you, Ani. If you're feeling like a recreational, I don't know, recreational crazy type. Peyote's a tryptamine stone. Have read that a lot. Okay. Using the old AA battery quarter trick to stay warm. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Remind me again why you voluntarily live in negative 40 degree weather, negative 20 degree weather, negative 10. Like, it never got above 25, 26 here today. Like, I'm not about to fucking move north. If it only gets into the teens and 20s sometime, I'm pretty sure it's in the teens right now. Because, you know, sundown. Like, yeah, if I live in an area where it's teens and 20s, like, why in the holy hell would I ever want to go farther north? I don't get that. Why do you people tolerate that? I understand why many parts of Wyoming and the Dakotas are basically barren and empty. No one wants to live in this weather. Or that weather. Oh, hello, Bocciatatia. I hope I said that right. Welcome. It's 0 degrees where you live? Jeez. I mean, it'll probably get into the single digits tonight. Oh my god, am I fucking flying again? Yes. Oh, okay, so this is where my head actually is. Interesting. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I gotta take off my elytra if it's gonna keep cucking me like that. There we go. Much better. Oh, I don't have any trims on this. I should trim it up. There needs to be a national trim. Okay. Well, give me some ideas for your favorite trims for this world. Trims and materials. Favorite trims and materials. Go. Both in the comments and also in YouTube chat. This is 120.1. I'm going to give it like another month for all the mods and stuff to update to see if we stay on 120.4 or 21.4 for a while. Because Future's on 121.4. In which case then I can use, 121.4 with everything. Maybe 2B2T will have updated by then. Sag. I'm blue, dabu dee dabu die. A blue trim, lapis, that wouldn't be bad. Some sort of a trim that's got blue. Dabu dee dabu die. That would be nice. Just check whenever. Okay. Use the pilot suit. I suppose there's not anything stopping me. That was just what, netherite boots and some leather? I mean, I guess I could. Feels like the Hydra. You gild 1 and 15 pop up to take its place. Okay, so that's 6, 10, 13, 19, 20, 23, 27, 28, 30, 32, 35, 38, 40. Or did I already count those? Fuck. I can't even keep track of them all. Find a way to obtain eye armor and pair it with emerald. We already have that. What do you mean, find a way? I know of a way. It's called look into my ender chest or search it up. There you go. Eye with emerald. All right. Let's see if that looks good. I warn you, if it doesn't look good, I'm going to ban you. Oh, no, it's smithing table. That's what it is. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, never mind, you say. You're not willing to stand by your assertion? You don't think it'll look good? Or are you worried? I don't know, Cosmosa. Or Cosmos. I don't know. Well, you're in luck. I kind of like it. So I'm not going to do anything. Yeah. It's not bad, honestly. Eye armor with green. Yeah, it works. You get to live. You get to live. Jack, now that I can hear your voice, did you ever guys see phosphochloride in person in school? Hell no. Bitch, I didn't even see the inside of a chemical lab till I was in college. Like, public school didn't show us shit. I didn't know any chemistry till I got into college. I knew like the most basic bitch, entry-level chemistry. Like, and I was in an advanced chemistry class, by the way, in the schools that I went to and graduated from. Like, until I went to a college, I didn't learn any fucking real chemistry. I just didn't. They didn't teach it to us. So, did I see phosphochloride in high school? Are you shitting me? I didn't even see phosphochloride in college. Like, the most complicated thing I made was banana oil and soap. Like, there's no way in hell they would let us handle such absurdly dangerous chemicals. Shit that one wrong sniff and you're dead. Like, no. I'm sorry. No, that was never going to happen. And you know what? Good. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to have to handle those sorts of chemicals. Those chemicals are like fucking scary, dude. They are life-ending. Mike has been reading a bunch of chemistry textbooks, and you know he's got an interest in chemistry, and I don't blame him. That's a great passion to pursue. But like, fuck, don't take your life into your hands with some of this shit. That's all I'm asking. Bro, use gold armor trim. It's so obvious for this base. I don't know. I don't think I wanna. I kind of like the green. Cosmos is Cosmos has a point. It's okay. I wasn't actually gonna ban anyone. I just thought it would be funny. As for like the trims that I'll use, I'll probably cycle it out or some shit. I don't know. Use multiple ones, something like that. I do like gold on netherite, but I do like something colorful every now and then. Yeah, you are a chemistry guy. I know, Ani. You and Mike should talk on Discord. Oh, wait, you don't open Discord, do you? Use anything that Pancho does not suggest. Okay. Ow. React to the resin armor trims. I mean, it's just a darker purple. Or orange, not purple. Why did I say purple? It's just a darker orange. Like, it's not special. It's just a color we didn't really have. I mean, well, we did have copper. I don't know. Copper was a lighter orange. I can't bother to, like, care about that. Resin as a trim material was just, like, whatever. Do you guys remember in the April snapshot back in, back last year? We had the potato dimension and all that shit. And what did you find? You found resin. You obtained resin, and it was orange, and it was a smithing material. It's not darker copper, it's not lighter. Okay. Is it a different sort of orange entirely? Is it just a color we'd never had? Which is fine. Like I'm all for having colors that we did not previously own. As a chemist, you'll probably only end up working with some certain groups of elements. Yeah, probably. I don't know that Mike wants to specialize in chemistry per se, but oh well. Trying to get a periodic table in your head? Okay. Resins as orange as Halloween. I thought so. So it's a vivid orange. We didn't really have that before. Which is, again, that's fine. Like, good enough. When I think again about chemistry, I want to study pharmacology. Ooh, that's a tougher field to get into than you realize. Good idea, but like you're really gonna have to study for that. I think emerald green and diamond blue are the best for armor trims. Oh, that's fine. I like amethyst, and I like the redstone, and I like white, quartz. I like gold. Like, honestly, they're all really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, all the color types, they match netherite decently well. Lapis is even not half bad. Like, yeah. They didn't drop the ball with trims, funny enough. I just wish they did something. Because when they introduced trim, they made it out to be this big bad thing, and I'm like, this is not... Trim is not enough to make the update, you know? It really wasn't. It was such a... Trim felt like padding. Oh, well, I don't want to get off on that again. I've already ranted about that before. But yeah. Oh, hey, Miku Expo. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm hearing something buzz off in the distance. That's weird. Anyway. Hello, Brown Girl. Welcome. Still better than 115. Yes, it is. But I just wish we'd, Just wish every update had like more meat on the bone, you know? Which is why I'm excited for the Pale Forest stuff, because that actually seems to have like enough stuff in it to make it a solid update. 115, yeah, you're right. That was a very lackluster update. What else? What all was in that besides bees? That was like bees, honey, beeswax, and that's it. Wait, was that all there was to 115? Holy shit. Oh man, that's as bad as 110. Criminally underrated, or criminally under stuffed. I don't know. Oh, wow, Walmart. Hey. Welcome, Mr. iHack Walmart. I think they made the game more stable. Yeah, they did change things from what I understand, but I don't know a lot of the under the hood stuff that they've added, changed, or whatever. Okay. I just know that starting in 116, they were updates became more feasible for 2B2T, and then here we are. They removed Herobrine, yeah. Have they stopped listing removing Herobrine as a as an update feature or some dumb shit? Did they finally let that joke die? 2BGT rating in the chat? Oh, okay. I mean, those are the people I know, so, you know. No shit. I think they stopped. Good. The lower taper fade meme is still massive. Sadly, it is. Sadly, it is. I never really got that meme, which is how you know you're getting old. When a meme literally flies under your radar and is like basically as good as dead, and it never makes any sense. Studied organic because of one of the many academic descendants of Robert B. Woodward. Okay. Sure. How big is this going to be? This is... So this will be Space Valkyria 5. I'm just designing it for now. So this is the dome that will be kind of in the center. There's going to be a Valley of Wheat looking thing here. This dome was for, like, subtracting away material that I didn't want. Helped to sculpt stuff. This is the body of the base. It's 2048 by 2048. It's a giant 5-pointed star. And yeah, I'm not like hot on the red glass. I changed it to blue. You got to build this way out in the end. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if we're ever going to get the chance. I'm waiting for an end update from Mojang. And that's fucking like... That's just a mystery. Will it ever happen? Will we ever get an update? I don't know. The end needs an update so badly, and yet nothing. And I need the height as well, because I take, you know, this is 348 blocks tall. So, like, I need all the available space to work in. Because, like, this is the overworld. So, like, I can go all the way up to 319 from -64. So, like, I need the end to get updated to be able to build this. Maybe I shouldn't have started making it before there is confirmed, you know, plans for an end update, but, like, I don't know. How am I supposed to, you know, I was inspired. I had to do something, you know. Equal there's respawn anchor type system for the end? Yes. I would love that. That needs to happen too. Since they're willing to give us respawn anchors for the nether, since they're okay with you respawning in the nether, yeah, give us a respawn anchor for the end. Like, why not? The dome has piss. I'm removing the cracks, the gold cracks in the dome. I'm going to reposition those onto the arms somewhere. Why didn't they also update the end's height? Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. There was no excuse not to do that, but they didn't. And there's no guarantee they'll ever properly update the end. But, like, maybe in some random update, they'll just increase the height in the end. In which case, good enough. That still sucks because I still want a dedicated end update. But, I mean, I'll take what I can get. So, yeah, so this will be the body of the base. There will be a Valley of Wheat, New Mountain style build here in the center. It's about 740-something blocks long. And, yeah. I'm thinking it's going to look pretty good. And then, obviously, under all of this stone, way down here, we got the bottom portion of the base right here. So I'm going to put rooms and, you know, facilities, farms, etc. all throughout in here. And I'm going to dot this skin of sorts with, like, lights and make it look techno, and it's going to look so good. And I'm going to put structures or tower structures here where these corners meet. I think I'm going to like it. I think you all will too. Respawn Anchor changed the game for an Anarchy server. You play on Mine, Texas. Oh, yeah, I have heard of it. All the stashes are 20 mil nether? Damn. Why not just let you sleep and set your spawn in all areas? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, give us the ability to just do what we want. Like, respawning in the end is not OP. You know? If you lose your respawn anchor in the nether, you just go back to the overworld to 0-0. What's the problem? Just do the same in the end. Like, you know. What do I do if I get burned out? I don't know. I just take a break. On Saturdays, I've gotten into the habit of playing a lot of old Super Nintendo games and just taking a Minecraft break entirely. On Fridays, instead of streaming Minecraft, I will stream whatever other game I want that's totally separate from, you know, Minecraft. And yeah, like, I give myself some room to breathe, I feel. Just trying to join Mineplex. Why isn't it working? I don't know. I haven't joined Mineplex ever, I don't think. I don't know. Mindplex isn't mine anymore. I did get burned out on the end from Space Valk 3, from doing Space Valk 3 stuff for so long. So, like, it just sort of felt silly. So I went and made an overworld base, obviously. It's the current base I live at on 2B2T, and that's a lot better. So yeah, like, also having all the update content helped. Like, not staying on 1.12 forever and ever. Having things change is always for the best. Tender fan, but have you seen the Switch 2 trailer? Yeah, I saw it. And I saw a Video Game Donkey react to it. That was funny shit. But, I don't know that I'm ready to part with my Switch quite yet. And actually, I don't even know if I'm going to bother for many years after the Switch 2 officially drops. Because A, I want to give it time for there actually to be games on the Switch 2. And B, I want to know if I can port games that I've bought on the Switch over to Switch 2. If they're going to, like, keep things, like, what sort of infrastructure change should we expect between Switch 1 and 2? You know, there are so many unknowns with Switch 2 right now. I guess I'm happy. I'm happy at the back portion. I have an original Switch, and that back leg stand thing is a fucking joke. So I'm very happy they finally fixed it. I don't know. It has backwards compatibility. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you'll be able to change and transfer apps and save data and stuff between Switch 1 and 2 stuff. Backward compatibility with Switch games I mean, that's just a given. But there are a lot of digitally downloaded games that I have on my Switch that I would like to transfer over. Is that going to be possible? I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. 2 is compatible with Switch 1. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, can I get my digitally downloaded games on my Switch over to the Switch 2? Because that would at least make Switch 2 usable. Because I don't know of any games at all on the Switch 2. I don't think anybody has any games on there yet. I don't think anybody's bothered to develop it. You know, I don't even know what the hardware differences between 1 and 2 are at this point. So, like, it's neat. It looks sleek. Looks cool. But I just don't see a reason to do anything about it yet. Like, with Switch 1, they launched Breath of the Wild with it. That was a really good idea. Well, what are we gonna get for Switch 2's launch? Because they gotta hit the ground running. The Switch was a massive success. You gotta follow up on that with Switch 2. Well, you gotta hit the ground running with an even better than Breath of the Wild kind of game. Obviously Mario Kart. I know Mario Kart 9 was shown, but like, that's not good enough in my opinion. They gotta go something even harder than that. Even more kick-ass. Like Metroid Prime 4. Prime 4 would be an excellent way to start that. I don't know if you can transfer them directly. Yeah, that's what's going to suck. I have a lot of games that I have digitally downloaded that I want to keep. They're really good. I don't, you know, I enjoy playing them sparingly every now and then. I don't want to, like, lose. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was on Wii U, so, like, they may have that sort of sharing 2 separate platforms at the same time kind of thing. And then not. Then eventually, you know, they just focus entirely on Switch 2. And then they shut down Switch like they did with the Wii U. I foresee that's probably how they'll do it, but like, I don't know right now. I don't know. It's too uncertain. We just don't know enough yet. I'll reserve judgment for later. It's probably better to say, you know, the trailer says compatible with visual and digital. Okay. Well, that does give me some hope, Cosmos. That is at least a step in the right direction. I won't lie. They at least understand what their audience would want from them, which is good. Nintendo has been very tone deaf over the years, so not being tone deaf is a great step in the right direction. But I don't know anymore. It'll probably be a better thing to make a judgment on in like a year. By this time next year, we'll know infinitely more about it, and you'll be able to make a pretty good judgment one way or the other. If the Switch 2 is right for you. And all that stuff. Fix the Joy-Con drift. Oh, I hope. Oh my god. I play Master Duel on my Switch a lot, just because it's an easy way to multitask. And the Joy-Con drift is real. Holy shit, the Joy-Con drift is so real. Like, I find it scrolling menus when I don't want it to. In certain games, like with Paper Mario, since I'm doing Paper Mario for Freeform Friday, I find that sometimes it'll scroll a menu left or right when I don't want it to. It's very weird. Waiting on that Commodore 65. I don't know, I want Wiimote compatibility. I like that controller. Okay. I guess the Wiimote is still somewhat beloved. I never liked the Wiimote. I'm going to be real with you. I was never into the Wii. I was never into the waggle physics, you know, gimmick. Because that's what it fucking is. It's a gimmick. I always enjoyed the gyro stuff on the 3DS, and then to a slightly lesser extent on the Switch. And I always enjoyed having a good, hard, solid, reliable controller in my hands. Possibly an analog controller, not a digital one. And just having the freedom of movement. I will admit the Joy-Cons are a good idea. I just think they need to be... Oh my god, it's diluted water. What? Oh my god, he's back. I started making Space Valkyria 5 and he's back. Welcome, diluted water. I'm glad to see you, man. Yeah, anyway, So yeah, just there's no replacement for a good, solid, reliable controller. Like, that's really the problem with a lot of the digital ones. They've lost sight of the reliability they used to have. Like, the motherfucking Game Boy Color would play after it had been exposed to fucking nuclear radiation. Like, after it had been literally shit-bombed over in the Gulf War in the 90s. Like, I believe that Game Boy is still on display in a museum. Something like that. Either way, dig in the design. Thank you. Yes. I'm hoping this design will be fantastic. It's like how my hand-me-down 3DS is a little cramped. A little bit. I guess I can see that. Although even the 3DS's controller pads kind of got a little bad after a time. Still a lot of great games, speaking of the 3DS, landlocked on it. That was the OG Game Boy. Yeah, but like, I was just being a little hyperbolic. But yeah, like the OG Game Boy was the one that survived. Survived a bomb blast. Yeah, it was found in the rubble or something like that. It was all melted and distorted. I mean, Alexander Shugan a month ago called Dirty Pictures, right? Oh, okay, that's what made you want to dedicate your life to chemistry. Weird shit, Mike. But hey, whatever floats your boat, man. Minecraft for the 3DS? Well, I mean, not just that. There are a lot of other games, like the Bravely series, Metroid, what was it? The crappier Metroid made by Mercury Steam, Metroid Samus Returns, or Return of Samus, or whatever. That one's landlocked on the 3DS. Even though Metroid Dread is better, you know. It's still good stuff that needs to be, like, preserved. Products are like Nokia since they function for years. Yeah, a little bit. But then they also have their kind of not so good functionality. Or not so reliable functionality. Time for your daily chemistry joke? Oh, God. Do you use Wi-Fi or RoarNet? I use a landline. Like, I don't know what RoarNet is, but okay. Very dedicated chemist. The reason it's called Jack is because he's Lewis Structure Dirty Pictures. Oh, I see. That's why it's called Dirty Pictures. Sure, whatever. I use a landline. I don't know what it's called. It's a hard line into my router. Roar's general structure of ether. Okay. Well, then that's what I use. A Roar. R-O-R. Yeah, Ethernet. That's basically it. Okay. So I've got 4, 8, 12, 14, 17, 20, 24. Oof, 24, 27, 30, 34, 35, 37, 40, 43, 45, 47. And then these scraps, 47. So 48 plus a few bits that are cut off. Damn. Yeah, end of stream may not be until I get all these finished. And then I get them imposed in place. Jack asks to hang the phone when he streams. Shut the fuck up. That's not what I meant, Arthur. I use a hard line is really what I meant. which is what Ani described as an Ethernet cable, which is what it is. Been drinking this Japanese beer someone gave you? Okay. Is it sochu? Or no, that's a sake. What is it? Asahi? It's weird that I know Japanese beers and I don't drink, but I've had enough exposure to enough Japanese culture to have picked up what common brands of beers and alcohol are over there. Here we go. I don't think I'm ever going to drink. Good. Avoid it, Copperator. It's not worth it. What are the hexagons for? I'm glad you asked, Dilute. Okay, this will be a little difficult to explain. So these structures, I want to have the hexagons of these structures be gold all throughout the rim. Okay, all throughout the edges. But the only way I know to do that is to really like manually place it by hand. And I thought that's for the birds. So what instead I'm going to do is I'm going to, because all of these hexagons match up perfectly with the hexagons in this dome here. So what I'm going to do is gild all the edges of all these hexagons, select the entire thing, turn the black stone into air, and then I'm going to cut all of these out and put them under this. That's what the redstone block central structure is for. This is my center point. So this is a common center point that I can use to calibrate it all. And then I'm going to stack it in such a way that it will only overwrite the black stone and only in certain areas. And so it will transfer all of these hexagons I'm making into the hexagons on that dome in exactly the way that I want without me having to do it all by hand. I'm only having to do it partially by hand. Whoops. It's still a lot of by hand work, but you know, it's doable. It's manageable. Wait, these are hexagons? I thought they were pentagons. Oh no. Well, now you go. Now you know. They're supposed to be hexagonal, but Minecraft's blocky nature kind of makes that harder to notice. Should be 5-line figure for Space Valk 5? No. Hexagons are nature's most perfect shape. Why are honeycombs and beehives, hornet hives, like why are these all hexagonal? Well, because a hexagon is the most efficient surface area to storage shape. It can perfectly tessellate with no in-between space, and it can perfectly fit the most material inside while simultaneously giving you, a relatively symmetrical shape. Like it's 360 symmetrical, and it's really nice. Like it looks really futuristic. Like I just like it. So while a pentagon would have been fine, the problem with pentagons is that you need a third shape to act as an intermediary to get them to tessellate. Pentagons do not tessellate in a spherical pattern perfectly. Pretty sure you need a triangle in the middle? Or maybe it's a square in the middle somewhere. Yeah, efficiency and all that, yeah. Nice to see you, man. Okay. Welcome, Death. I'm glad you like my builds. So yeah, it's all about kind of making it just work out, I guess. When I can get all these damn things painted, you'll understand better. It will look better. And then I can start transferring the dome onto the area where it's supposed to go. If you've heard of Sapporo, That's what you're sipping on. Okay. Now, Sapporo is also a region. Or no, it's a city. Sapporo. Yeah, it's the capital of Hokkaido. That's what I thought. So, like, is it brewed in Hokkaido? Is that why it's called Sapporo? Or is the company from there, I guess? If you run a command block that makes every block you walk on to gold? What about if I misstep, huh? What if I make a mistake? How do I fix it? If I fuck up too badly, I'll make a bunch of stuff gold, and I don't want that. So I gotta fix it. So I may as well just do it this way, where it's personal. I kind of get into a groove here. Like, I get it. That isn't a bad way to do it. But it's not a great way either. Or rather, it's not a perfect way. Okay, take care, Cooperator. You gotta go? Hit the sack. Okay. Have a good one, man. Walk with no fall. That's not the mistake I'm referring to. Like, that's not the penchant for mistakes that I'm... Like, what if I step too far this way? Like, if I step too far to my left, it immediately goldifies that, and that's not good. Sapporo Breweries Limited. Okay. Kabushiki Gaisha. Damn. Is a Japanese beer brewing company founded in 1876. Damn. Yeah, so they're one of the old heads, though not as old as some. Sapporo is the oldest brand of beer in Japan. It was first brewed in Sapporo. I thought so. Had a feeling it had something to do with that. Try to push yourself off in a circle. Well, no, I mean, I'm good. What I'm doing now is fine. It will get me to the finish line just after a bunch of work. It will be a hard-earned victory. And then I'm gonna write stuff on there, Mike. You're gonna love it. It'll be in kata, or it'll be in hiragana. I can see why they've been around so long. Yeah. Good quality product will keep your business afloat for years and years and years. It's a damn shame there are many American companies that don't understand that. The flavor packed full of good beer. Okay. I don't know what beer really tastes like on the average and how good or bad it is. So, cool. Glad you enjoy it. I know there are some other sake, some other liquors that you would absolutely love from Japan. Ooh, fuck. Overshot. My gold walker boots are a good idea, though. It's a fast way to paint with speed hacks. Well, if I weren't already close to being finished, maybe I would ask you for that. I don't know. If I've got another project where I've got to walk over a large area and change a very minute portion of it, maybe. Your parents drink that sake when you go into the Japanese restaurants? It's spicy, yeah. Add a Blackstone walker boot to erase the mistakes. Yeah, I guess I would have to. Are you behind, Poncho? Are you, like, greatly behind again? I think you might be. Also, the last thing I want to do is have to switch out boots just because I made a mistake. So I feel like doing this by hand is still a little bit better, even if it isn't as fast. It's a little less mistake prone. I'm not behind. I said both ideas before. Oh, I'm sorry if I missed it. Yeah, it happens. Oh well. Glad you're caught up. Speaking of, have I been getting... Oh. Has my internet been doing well? It has. Okay, we've been having some internet troubles due to the cold, but it doesn't seem like I've been having problems right now. Come on. It's just a left click in your hotbar. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, this is just a right click. And a scroll. Like, it's actually the same thing. I just hold down right click and do it that way. So no, actually, I kind of think it's the same amount of work again. I don't know. Because, like, I can't go too fast. There are a lot of turns that I have to make. A lot of curves that I can't afford to, you know, screw up. Dova Syndrome still at it with the groovy tunes? Yeah. So where you been, Diluted Water? What's been going on in your neck of the woods? You're not living in, like, Minnesota or wherever still, right? I know it's freezing cold over there. You can paint without spam clicking? Yeah. Yeah, you can absolutely just use... I'm using Fast Place with Future. Because see, without Fast Place, this is how fast it goes. And with Fast Place, it goes like that. So it's a little bit more like a line. You know. So yeah, I'd say it works. I'm in Mexico right now, and I feel the Texas winter cold. Yowza. Yeah, Texas is one of those places that you don't ever see or hear of being cold, but it is way, way more deceptively cold than you think. Like, Texas winters are not good. You don't want to be in a Texas winter. They can get blizzards over there in Tejas. She's got more interested in other stuff. Pixel horror is really cool, so you've been going around playing those. Okay. We got to get half a foot of snow. Damn, they're about to get a hell of a snowstorm. Yeah, I heard about that one. My aunt and uncle live there. And we called them the other day. Jeez. Minecraft's always a good charm. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you're still around then. On some level, if nothing else. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. 4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 19, 23, 26, 31, 32, 33, 34. It's about 34. Yeah, I've slimmed it down a bit. This can be the beginning of your map maker arc? Okay. Yeah, make a map. Make a, I don't know. Is it going to be like a horror map or some other sort of an experience? People love horror maps, honestly. Oh, I hear Ellie. Ellie Belly. I bet she wants in my room. Actually, come to think of it, hold on. Okay. Placed my lovely Princess Kitty on my bed, in her spot. It's a cold night tonight, so having a kitty cat heater is probably going to be necessary. True temp would only be -10. Ah, Jesus. But the wind chill makes it feel like 40, Jack, says Alpha in a fucking DM earlier. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Why do you people put up with wind chill putting it at like negative something? Wait, Jack, what's that ominous cube in the distance? Probably an experiment. Or no, actually, if I had to guess, it was a way that I used to delete material that I didn't want existing. In a way, these are sort of like my calibrated. These are ways that I would use WorldEdit to overwrite and erase things that I don't want existing. So, like how I formed this dome is I had a gigantic. I had this giant hex pattern in what I call a blank. It was in the star shape, but it was not like etched the way that it is. And I extruded everything using the stack command up. And for the dome, I just deleted everything above a certain Y level, except for the shape of the dome. And then I made an internal thing to erase the material that I didn't want. And then I made sure to make it 4 blocks thick. And then I put a pane of glass, or, one layer of glass between the tops and the bottoms. And that's how I got the dome shape. It turned out pretty good, honestly. Wind chill is way worse, I agree. You're curious, Death. In Space Valk, when you saw the ring was misaligned, how did I feel? Oh, I wanted to give up. I felt burnt out, and so I took a several months break and I played a completely different Minecraft mod pack. And I enjoyed that, and then I came back. And I was going to fix it, but then I ended up doing other things, and well, the rest is 2B2T history. As they say. The misaligned ring gives it more flavor. I don't know, man. That misaligned ring was really infuriating, and it was my own fault because I saw the signs, but I didn't piece it together. I should have realized what that meant, but oh well. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not settling for bad, misaligned, half-assed stuff. So it's all right. I got it. I got everything working. It's all good. Okay, is this the last? Okay, so I can start over there. That's the next cluster, and then I can get that one. Oh, what signs? So I was starting a pattern when I was making the arms, or the bridges that go out to become the arms. When I was making that, I noticed that I'd, on my original template arm, I went out 5 or 6 blocks, placed a sea lantern, skipped another gap of 5 or 6 blocks, placed another sea lantern, and so on. And that pattern wasn't adding up. And so where I had the iron trapdoors on top of those sea lanterns, those were not in place. And I was like, wait a minute, these aren't exactly what I thought they should be, huh? Is my pattern wrong? Did I just miscount? It didn't occur to me that the entire thing was a block too long. And so that's why it fucked everything up. Oh, hello, Nikaya. You're almost in time to watch Space Valk 5 get its big giant dome thing stuck on the top of it there. You'll see. Just give me a moment. I gotta blaze through this last bit of rim painting here. then I think that'll do it. Okay, so there's this pocket. There's those 8 hexagons over there. There's a bunch right there, and then that, and I think that does them all. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Hey, Link, welcome. Welcome back, Link. Welcome. Glad to see you around. Truths the world is not prepared to hear. On Han Solo shot first. Alpha Computer did place the first TNT. Ooh! Oh, here's an idea. And it's absolutely awful. So, since Disney owns Star Wars and has for a while, eventually, I reckon they're going to try and remake the original trilogy. Somehow, some way. I just get this feeling they're going to try and redo the original trilogy in some manner. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling. It probably won't be soon, but, you know, they do own all the rights to it. So, that begs the question. If they do remake the trilogy, will they include the Han scene? Will Han shoot first, or will Greedo? What's going to happen? Not that that remake would be... It probably wouldn't be any good, but I don't know. You don't think so? I mean, I can only hope they don't, but that doesn't mean that they won't try. Oh man, that's probably going to be a sad day if they ever announce that. Better not be in my lifetime. Oh, I know, right? Unfortunately, I don't know, man. Disney is a very money-hungry business. They tend to wring every dollar they can out of any property they own. Why do you think they were so eager to keep Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie and all that from going public domain? Like, they're still trying to kind of fight it. And Anakin Skywalker's actor looks the same as using it for a recent series. Yeah, that was stupid. They shouldn't have used the same guy, but I understand why they did, but God, that was stupid. Like, I'm sorry, it's not 20 years ago. He doesn't look like a young man anymore. Hayden Christensen, I think his name is. I don't know, it's been so long since I've looked into anything Star Wars. The final sign before the gates of hell finally open. Ouch. Oof, I can only hope not. The sign of the end times, they remake the Star Wars trilogy. The original. Which is good because his career is ruined and they don't hire him anywhere because the people only recognize him as Anakin. Damn. That sucks. It's almost as dead as a brand. Yeah, they've almost killed it. That's true. In which case, like I said, they will have wrung every last dollar out of it that they could. So maybe it won't go as far as remaking the original trilogy, but like, fuck, man. That's still really sad. Oh well. And life goes on. Jeremiah Smith. What does Jeremiah Smith have to do with anything? Who is Hayden? Oh, Christian Hayden is, or Haydenson, or however you say his name. He played Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy. Hayden Christensen, I think his name is. I don't know. I don't fucking remember. Why gold? Because it looks good. It doesn't have any other use. I mean, not really. I could just as easily use redstone blocks, but I want to go with gold. It has a sort of sophisticated look to it. What am I making? I am making a sort of accentuation piece that, well, you're just going to have to see. I've explained it twice now. You're just going to have to wait and see. I'm almost done painting all of these. When I get it done, I can put it in place and it will all just work. It'll look very nice. It'll be cool. We shit on the prequels when they came out, but in comparison, they didn't know how good we had it. I know, right? Oh my god. What is the name of that phenomenon? It has to have an official name, right? Where you expect things to be better than they are, and they're not as good as you think, and so you feel betrayed. You feel like your expectations have been, lowered. Or, you feel disappointed because your expectations were betrayed, right? And then later on, you realize that actually, no, you really don't know how good you had it, honestly. You just genuinely don't know how good you actually had it. The rumors Disney is going to make another sequel trilogy set after episode 9 is... oh, God. That would be even worse than remaking the original trilogy. Nobody will go to that. Or next to nobody. New Trump administration, new shitty sequel trilogy, whatever, of Star Wars. Like, oh, they go hand in hand, don't they? Jack, why don't you just copy and paste the hexagons into position? Well, that's because they're not all the same size. They are all very carefully calibrated to the hexagons in this giant dome over here. The positions of these hexagons are perfect for each, spot where they go. And so if I change the shape of these in any way, and copying pasting these would do that, because not all these are all different shaped. Because I used MapArtCraft and MS Paint to make these. So they all came out a little bit larger or wider in some places than in others. And so I just sort of went with that. And so I can't change now. I have to stick to it. So the shapes of these hexagons are set in stone. They're non-negotiable. What happened with Space Valk 5? People are waiting another big quartz obsidian build. Not Patrick Star. That's too bad. They're going to have to tailor their expectations to whatever the hell it is I make. But see, whatever I'm going to make will be good, though. That's the difference. Like, the prequel trilogies were fun, but they're not as good as the original trilogy. Like, there is still a quality difference in the sequel trilogies, the prequel trilogies, and the original trilogy. There is a very clear, the original trilogy is head and shoulders above everything else. Those movies are just way, way better than all the other Star Wars movies. The prequel trilogy is in the middle. Not as good as the original, but not as bad as the sequels. And the sequels are on the bottom because, they're just shitty wish fulfillment, really. They didn't have cohesive writing. They didn't know where they were going. You could tell, they just didn't have the right people in charge. And it ended up being a problem. And yeah, big quality differences. Yes, happy 2025, Nikea. Can you make a hexagon for each size and then paste them as needed? I would be bouncing back and forth between too many hexagons instead of just powering through the work and getting it over with. Ooh, wait. I just got an idea. Wait, okay. No. Gmask. Blackstone. Okay. Bam. Bam. Line. Gold block. Okay. Is this gonna work? Wait, maybe I should have been using the line tool this whole time. That kind of works. Because, like, if line saves me, then that's great. It'll only overwrite the Blackstone. And then I can just manually touch up the bits that it didn't. Huh. Maybe that'll work. I forgot about line. How did I forget about the line command? I literally used that so much in the last month. Some of these are a little more awkward angles. Brush line, gold block, then you point out block and click. Use brush line, gold block. Okay. Brush line, gold block? No. Brush line is not an option. Yeah, no, line's not an option. Okay. Good night, Nikaya. Or Nikaya. Whoops. Yeah, line's not an option, man. For brush. Brush sphere, but not brush line. That may be an older thing. I don't know. Oh, G mask. Undo that. There we go. I'm out too. Okay, take care, Stone. Thanks for coming out, man. Have a good night. Stay warm. Because my legs are fucking freezing right now. This stupid window is... Whew. Yeah, happy Liberation Day. Oh, man, yeah, the window I sit by is fucking freezing. I hate it. I feel the cold radiating off of it. Fast async WorldEdit. Oh, yeah. So, I ended up getting the guide from Turban earlier today on how to set up your own localhost server to use fast async WorldEdit. And I've been meaning to do it. And I've been powering through this all day. I just didn't think about it. Okay, well, I know I can use fast async WorldEdit. And I wouldn't mind learning that. Because that's already using WorldEdit knowledge. So it would only be building on what I already have instead of learning something completely new. Oh, you're taking care, or you're leaving, Ani? Okay, take care, man. Kind of feels like nuclear winter in Utah. Holy shit. I don't want to know how bad it is in the West, the Midwest, West especially, where you get like no moisture to help buffer the temperature any. Like it's just all dry and it's fucking frigid. Like icy. Oh, you're not leaving yet. Okay, I thought you were thought you meant you were taking your leave. Okay, how do you think Saito's? Yeah. Well, like many people in the world who apparently have a grudge against Donald Trump, I'm sure she is one of them. And how Saito is taking it precisely, I cannot say. But you know what? It's not my problem. We had to make do with Joe Biden on Inauguration Day 2021. And now, Inauguration Day 4 years later in 2025, people are going to have to make do with Donald Trump. It just is what it is. Personally, it shouldn't be the sort of thing you let run your life. Though I do understand people's focus on politics. Okay, so we got 2 big patches of ungilded hex patterns left. But yeah, you do kind of have to like back off and just, don't drive yourself crazy, right? If you don't like Donald Trump, fine. Don't drive yourself crazy. There's no reason to make the next 4 years of your life miserable just because, right? Some of the funnest memories I have are from the 2017-2018 Donald Trump presidency. Both political gaffes and political silliness, as well as like fucking around on 2B2T and just all sorts of things that happened in that time period. It was really, really fun. I enjoyed it. Like, it's okay. It's nice and warm here where you are. Good. I'm glad you are. Weather bipolar. Oh, you must live in one of those regions that gets 2 separate weather cells colliding over you. And so the weather can just change on a dime. That's where I live in Mississippi, a spot that's close to the Gulf, but not so close that we get all the Gulf's weather. And we do get some interior weather from like Tennessee. Southern Utah, yeah. Yeah, you're getting shit from Oklahoma. You're getting shit from Texas. You're getting shit from Mexico. You're smack dab in the middle of all of that. Oh well. Got to do what you can. I just want people to live a decent life without much complication. Yeah, like that's a totally reasonable desire. It's just a damn shame there are people out there who don't want that and who want other people to suffer, right? Misery loves company, as they say. Like, there are a lot of people like that. And I don't know what to tell you. The best you can do is to just fortify your own life, you know, steel your mind against the mind games of others and just sort of be as happy as you can. Live your life and enjoy as much as you possibly can, and just don't let the things of the negativity of life drag you down. That's all you can do. You are just one person. You can't change the world. You can't move mountains. Just enjoy what you got. It'll be okay. I hate that this is a quote from Rick and fucking Morty. But this is the one time Rick and Morty got it right. When Rick and Morty had their dead clones they were alternate universe duplicates of themselves. When they crashed through and inadvertently killed them, and Rick was like, okay, we killed our alternate selves, now we have to bury their bodies and assume their lives. And then Rick and Morty did. And after doing so, this shook Morty to his core, as it rightly would have. And he basically comes to the conclusion that nobody belongs anywhere. You know, nobody is actually as special as they think they are. And he was telling his sister, you know, just come have fun with your family watching TV on the couch. Like, just stop bitching and moaning about the shit you have no power over. Just nothing is anything like what you think it is. Just enjoy it for what it is. Take it one moment at a time. Have fun. Enjoy the little things. You will regret missing them if you don't. What editing software? Sony Vegas is the thing everybody uses, right? I'm kidding. It's DaVinci Pro or DaVinci Resolve. Sony Vegas. Sorry, that's an old ass joke. Sony Vegas used to be the standard though. You just sleep and study, but what I watched the live. Oh, okay. Yes. 1, 2, and then that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, it's 11. 11 more hexagons to color. Hell yes. It's 35. It's so hot. Damn. Yes, it's free. Damn, where are you that it's fucking 35 Celsius? Oh, you live in Australia. That's right. I forgot. You live in upside down land. No wonder it's hot. You're in summer, and we're not. We're over here freezing in winter. How dare you be warm when the rest of us aren't? Lynch him! Lynch Obotify! I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. Imagine having summer at Christmas. Oh, that would be so fucking based. I imagine having summer all year round because it's the Mesozoic era. And, like, the global temperature is at least 40 Celsius or some shit. And there are jungles covering the northern and southern poles. Antarctica has no ice on it to speak of. There are no polar ice caps. Ocean levels are higher than they've ever recordedly been. And dinosaurs walk the earth. But hey, at least at Christmas it would be warm. And on the 4th of July it would be warm. Yeah, you live in Australia too, Nikaya. Okay. Or Nikaya. Alright, well, at least you got that going for you. As long as you don't live in Western Australia. Because I hear Western Australia is actually really, really arid and desert-like. So it must not be that comfortable. Soul Samui. Anyway, yeah, you know there should be coding port thing for whatever, like, Blackstone is touching air at Y level 0, set that to gold? Yeah, there is such a thing. But here's the problem with that, Zevithurk. If such a command or such a thing were run, you know what that would do? It would change all of this to gold. And ironically, that would ruin all of my hard work. So, none of this would be spared. So, like, the best thing I have is sandwiching this Blackstone bit that I'm working on, sandwiching it between two panes of glass, or 2 planes of glass blocks, and then just using the exposed air feature to turn this into gold like I want. But as I've said before, that doesn't get it all the way. If I just do the corners or just do the edges, it skips this gap here that I also want turned into gold. So like I still basically have to paint it by hand. There just isn't a shortcut that I'm aware of. Everything either has some level of flaw or mistake built into it, in which case that's a fuck up that I have to go back and fix, or it doesn't get the job done completely, only like 80% or something, which is fine, but still not ideal. Is this going to be built on 2B2T? Yes, one day it will be. This will be Space Valkyria 5. And I'm waiting for an end update. Or at least a height update. There needs to at least be a height update for this to be viable to build on 2B2T. Since I'm building it in the overworld, I'm taking advantage of all 384 buildable blocks. So it's going to be big. It's going to be way, way bigger than Space Valk 3. It's going to blow Space Valk 3 out of the water. Found a server that has SalC1 Donkey Dupe plugin. Oh, that's funny. That's not exactly like helpful, but that's still funny. You know, you can go and crash that server's economy or whatever, right? If that's something you're into. I'm hoping they will one day update the build limit in the end, but since there has been no word on that front since the build update came and went, you know, that was 1.18. That was in fucking 2021, 2022. Like, that was 4 years ago now, almost. Like, not a damn word in 4 years, that doesn't bode well. Now, admittedly, they may one day just simply say, oh yeah, also alongside this update or this content drop, as they like to call them, you know, oh yeah, we're also upping the height of the end. Like, I can understand them not upping the height of the nether, though it's really silly. Like, they're not going to remove the bedrock in the nether. You may as well update the height in the nether and the end and just make it all the same. Like, there's no value in making them different. I don't know, it's stupid. How do I plan to get the Blackstone? There is a guy who has a killer fucking bartering farm run by bots, and the gold is from some big dupe stash, apparently. So hopefully I can help or get their help or something along those lines. And that will basically be it. Don't worry, Jack. I'm in Victoria, Australia. Oh, okay. I don't know where Victoria is off the top of my head, but that's neat. Hi, sho. Yokoso haishine. It's a fun, chill PvP server, to be honest. Can just dupe and get rig. Okay. Crash the economy if you want. Oh, that's neat, I guess. Spawn 100 withers at 0-0. Or you're going to do that, Stunton. Oh. Why? What value does that... What value does that serve to summon 1 billion withers at 0-0? Well, actually, if you summoned 1 billion, that would be different. But only 100? That's chump change. There are 100 wardens in any one area of 0-0. In any one area of all of spawn. Like, you're going to have to try a lot harder than that. Also, the wardens fight and kill the withers, if you didn't know. Hello. It is not harder to PvP, no. The wardens make it harder to PvP, but not really. Even they still kind of do a pretty good job of gatekeeping all the players, but like, people still fucking PvP at spawn. Like, that's not... You're not changing that. The withers do not mess up the wardens, no. The wardens mess up the withers. It's the other way around. There are actually relatively few withers at spawn now. Simply because the wardens will eventually find them and blast them. And the wardens are way more durable than the wither. That's your bad for the wardens. I like that. You know, we had withers at spawn for years. It's time for a change. Let some other big bad mob own spawn for a while, you know? Like, yeah, I guess it is a little annoying, but like, I'm all for a change, you know? Bye, Jack. Okay, take care, Nikia. Nikia? I don't know. You never really, like, said how I pronounce your name. Wardens are better to spawn than withers. Yes, but there's no value in spawning more wardens. You got banned from startup EarthMC Stoneworks server since it uses the pyramid invite system. Literally everyone joined that server and everyone knows you. You backdoored the server. RIP. When is slave labor going to come back? Probably never. Because there's not really a whole lot of reason to build anything using slave labor. Oh, this is it. The final hexagon. It's almost over. Our trials and tribulations are almost at an end. We've been going for 2 hours and 22 minutes. It fucking sucks that it took that long to really, like, hammer all this out, but, you know, we're almost done. You have to go? Okay. I'm sorry, Nikia. You can see how it all resolves in the VOD when you're, when you have a free moment later on. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Bro, slave labor was a peak update for Earth. Too bad it got patched. RIP. If shit gets patched, the odds of it coming back are very slim. Okay. It's done. All my hexagons, they are precious. But they are not few. There are at least 200 hexagons here, if I had to guess. Or nearly 200. Ah, finally, good. Nikla. Okay. Or Nikia. I don't know. You're going to have to write out a better pronunciation system than that. But hey, you know, whatever. Don't worry about it. You have a good one. Was slave labor really a thing? Yes, it really was a thing. There were a lot of times where people were trying to incentivize newer players to help them build stuff or like obtain materials for things. It just depended. Okay, finally we can get rid of the fucking blackstone. Hell yes. Okay, and then this final corner over here. Yeah, I had my own slaves at one point. It was fun. They all immediately abandoned me once they realized I wasn't going to feed them or clothe them or anything like that. Jack is actually the new housemaster. That would be fucking dope. I would love to be the new housemaster. Unironically, I would run the server so well. I would be the best housemaster this fucking place has ever had. Okay. Now to select the entire thing. I would be super open and transparent too. Like, I would openly state, yeah, I'm housemaster now. This is what's going to happen and why. And then I would make the server really good. And I would keep it good forever. Or as close to forever as I could. Would you fix Elytra Fly? I would probably try to implement something like Constantium, where you're allowed to Elytra hack, but within reason. You're not allowed to go fucking crazy Elytra hacking, but you are allowed to do a little Elytra hacking. Something like that. Okay. I think we are good. I got that corner. Let's go to this corner. Give you op for a day and I'm going to hide so many water sources in the nether? No, I would never give anyone op. I also would not have op either. Before you, you know, consider that. Like, no. No one would have op. That would defeat the point. Op cannot be got or used or any of that The only way the server works is if everything is fair and straightforward and, again, open and transparent. Ah, fuck. Now, don't think for a moment, if I were Housemaster, that I also wouldn't play. Because I totally would. But I'd be in survival mode like everybody else. There we go. Finally. Okay, let's go down. Handful of blocks from here. So like right there. Okay. Paste without air, maintain the selection. All right, let's make sure that all of these are below. Yep, they're under where they should be. All right. And now, for my next trick, I'm going to make every single one of these hexagons be gilded. This hexagon will be gilded all the way through. You're going to love it. All right. G-mask. Blackstone. All right. Stack 100 without air. No, don't maintain the selection. We can't do that. Okay. Now it has to think. Here we go. Block game politics, right? 100 blocks per second would allow packet fly, you'd say is fair. Maybe. It depends. It probably would have to be a little bit faster than vanilla Elytra flight, but not by much. Okay, wow, that worked good. All right, so now I'm more confident. We'll stack it for 200. Let it think. Let it do its job. With your amazing sub count, you can get the server to unban you. No, it probably wouldn't. They wouldn't listen to me. Hey, it did it. Okay. Hell yes. Look at that shit. Oh, all that hard work finally paid off. Gilded on all sides, just like I wanted. If I'd known that I was going to do this, because I didn't have this idea until after I'd already made the pattern, then I would have included that. Now do the inside? What do you mean do the inside? I already did the inside. The inside and the outside was gotten all at once. What mic do I use? A Yeti Blackout. Yeah, no, everything got all at the same time. Okay. And then replace gold with air. Oh, right, G-mask. The global mask must be disabled. And there we go. Problem solved. It's all good. It's all fixed. Hallelujah. Okay, now for the fun part. We have to transfer this dome. And I've got to do it in quadrants because it's so fucking big. Got to transfer this dome all the way down over to there. Bam, bam. Okay, let's turn off shaders because they take way too much processing power for no reason. Ooh, excuse me. Copy. Looks awesome. Yeah, I'm glad. Glad you stayed, man. Glad you got to see what it would look like. It gilded everything exactly as I wanted in the exact way I thought it would. Having a good solid foundation of knowledge to use for WorldEdit makes the difference. Yes, bless me. Thank you so much, Cosmos. Get fast. Yeah, I know. I need to use fast action WorldEdit or whatever it's called. Or fast async WorldEdit, yeah. I know I need to, and I need to do the server thing I'm just like, I'm not good, man. I'm bad. I'm just, oh wait. Fuck. Let me up. There we go. Buckyball Valkyria. I mean, Buckyballs are cool, though. Right? Hello, Ray. Jesus Christ. Neo, that's badass. Thank you. Hot diggity damn. Just looking at this makes me want to make every Blackstone hexagon have that gold rim around it. But I know better than to do that. So we're not going to do that. But still, imagine. Also, Nick Aya is how you say it. Nikaya. Thank you. When you gain backdoor access only to place your end portal frames the wrong way, yeah. Well, that's how it goes. All right, well, I'm just going to transfer the other 3/4 of the dome. You know, not really much else to see if you all want to bounce, who all wants to bounce. If I did, it would look like a goth beehive. I guess. I don't know. I think it's going to look more futuristic when I'm done with it, but yeah. The dome is bigger than your mother. Well, I made it using the sphere, the hollow sphere command, and I set it to 500, and then I flew way high up in the world, way outside the build limit, up to like 300 or 400. And I did, you know, hollow sphere, red glass, 500. And it couldn't generate the full thing, so like I only got the bottom portion, so that's where that sphere is from. Didn't that same thing happen on 2B, a backdoor with the portal gone wrong? Yeah, that has happened before, I think. But that was back when we didn't know how end portals functioned and things of that nature. Like, that was just kind of an ignorance of the time. You know, people are not that unaware anymore. Everybody's more or less aware of how to place an end portal now. But back in the day, that was a new thing, so you could understand people not getting it right. What if I did drain 10,000? Well, first of all, it wasn't drain 10,000, it was drain 1,000. And even if I did do that, nothing would happen because there's no water to drain. Stupid. I'm sorry, that was mean of me. Ani, you brain genius, you. I would love to drain 2,000 blocks worth of water and then painstakingly go and fix it. But I've got better things to do. And bam. Hell yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. I also frosted the dome a little bit. And by frosted, you know what frosted glass is? Kind of something like that. I tried doing that with multiple different colors. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm still like okay with the red, but it still doesn't look as good as the blue. Like, I don't know what it is, just... And then I keep getting chunk weird bits like this, where it's like, I'm not here, oh wait, yes I am. And it'll suddenly load in. Wow, you're amazing, man, you could see it. I subscribe. Okay, thank you for that, Nikaya. They didn't even have Google back then, they had Yahoo things instead. It was truly a dark age. No, that was only 2011, 2012. It's just that we did not know as much about Minecraft as a whole. There were a lot of things the game just did that people were not yet aware of. A lot of quirks and things about the game that we just were not well versed in. So like, you can't blame people for not knowing things in a time where those things hadn't yet been learned. Like, that's like making fun of the Aztecs for not having antibiotics. Like, It's just silly. That was a completely different event, Ani. But yes, that was funny. The blue goes well with the gold. I agree. I think I saw Passy in 2023. Yeah, he came back for the 119 update. Very briefly. That was Polly the parrot you're thinking of. Boom chakalaka. Oh, whoops, I was facing the wrong direction. Okay, final quadrant. Sorry, you got CTE? Oof. Sorry to hear that. Dumb Aztecs not having antibiotics. I mean, I guess. I mean, they are the people who learned about the coca leaf and its wonderful medicinal properties, so maybe they weren't so far off the mark. I don't know. And lastly, the final bit. All right, this last quadrant is 2 million. Or no, it's 26 million. But that's mostly including air. So not as much as being copied as you think. Yeah. You have autism, Nikaya. Okay. Pop-Up should have made a Twilight Forest portal. I mean, if they had access to the server, they should have installed the whole fucking Twilight Portal mod, right? Didn't they eat people? You are correct, Link. They did indeed engage in cannibalism. The best form of ableism. Cannibalism. I hope somebody gets that joke. Technic mod pack 2BTT would be hell on earth. It would be so cool. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Oh, holy shit, dude. Yeah, get well soon, man. Oh, I just suddenly realized I could have done this better. I've just suddenly realized there is a thing I could do to do this better. Okay, so some of this is embedded in stone. Or, well, no, it really isn't. Now that I think about it. Yeah, no, never mind. It wouldn't work. No. Well, some of this is embedded in stone. That could definitely be. Because, see, like, this is just going to be... You're not going to see this, you know? Maybe I should, like, wear away all the stuff that you would see? I don't know. A lot of choices, a lot of options are available to me now. All right, let me turn off Fulbright, turn on them shaders, and start taking some pictures. Block game autism at peak hours, I know, right? Cannibalism kind of gay. You literally got a dude inside of you. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. What an ancient copy pasta. Okay. Load. Load, I say. Load. Cracks invisible whip. Okay, turn off that. Minimize all that. Honestly, bro, how do you even play on 2BTT with your main? People got to be playing big bucks for your account. Nobody knows precisely where I am right now. Logged out, I mean. I mean, the key is mostly to just not log out where people know where you are, but sure. Don't log out in front of other people, I mean. Okay. Now, let's get some good picks. Some Quake Pro. I'm going to post a lot of these on Twitter eventually. I was here. What was the free editing software? DaVinci Resolve. I know where Jack is right now. He's at his base. Oh, man. Shit, how did he know? How does Link understand these things? Oh my god. Okay. And let's get some from the inside. The inside of the star. Quake Pro goes a long way toward making shit look cool. Whoa. Come on. Load in. Yar, you unworthy sea dogs. Or yar, you unworthy voxel box. Oh, damn. Who remembers the voxel box? Whew. Meow. I don't think the NFL is popular outside of America. It isn't. Come on. Load in. There we go. Genius is almost frightening. Well, good. I'm glad it's frightening. Or almost frightening. How far down am I? Oh, I can't see. That's right. Oh, I'm at 120. Ooh. Yeah, I'm almost at the very, very bottom of existence. Let's go into free cam. Yeah, I can get a far, far bigger picture in free cam. Ooh, that looks so cool. Yeah, you can almost see the entire shape of the star from way down here. Holy damn, that's so cool. Okay, back to there. Let's go up now. Okay. Let's go up manually. This is faster. I don't have a larger render distance, sadly, so I can't, like, see all 5 points of the star from the middle. Would be a dope as hell thing to screenshot, but oh well. Let's try to get on the center point there. Okay, come on, load in. Load in, you see, scurvy, see, unseeable dogs. There we go. That's as good of a 5-pointed star as I think I'm gonna get. But yeah. Distant horizons, that might work, but I don't know that it's going to preserve the structure like Bobby does. Bobby, in my opinion, is better for far-off stuff, even though it can get a little out of hand. It does look cool as fuck, I think. I too believe it looks cool. Fried pizza or chicken? Fried chicken for right now, but I've had a pizza already today, so there's a little recency bias there. Okay, let's go back to normal. Normie view. This is how normies see Minecraft. Get a few screenshots like this with the sun peeking through. And a few with the moon peeking through. Yeah. Okay. Hot diggity damn. I must have taken like 50,000 screenshots tonight alone. Okay. I feel like this is a good stopping place. I feel like it's getting reasonably complicated now without like losing the simplicity of what it is trying to be. You know what I mean? Screenshots in 2024. I didn't take as many in 2024, honestly. I took a lot of Escape the Jack rooms, but I didn't really, like, do a whole lot. That'll do. Go back into creative. And there we have it. Sort of dust off some of these sharp edges that don't need to be here. Okay. Can story time with Jack? The German dude's diary? Oh yeah, that guy. Well, I'd have to get to that point, but eventually. Do I know if there's any way to get Bobby out to 128? No, I don't. I don't know what Bobby requires to like make your render distance long or crazy or whatever. Okay, so I did the hiragana tsu there. I'm going to do the hiragana ku here. Yeah, if I had a deeper understanding of why Bobby works the way that it does, I could maybe... Ah, shit. Mask. Oh, G mask. Mask. Ochre. Frog lights. Brush. Sphere. Black stone. 0. Fix this up just a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Perfect. Why hiragana? Because it looks futuristic enough that I think you can, you know, I think you can kind of like squint and go, oh, those are alien runes or those are moon runes, if you don't know Japanese at all or anything like that. Put one more there. Nope. There we go. And I'm probably going to inscribe some stuff into each of these, but not in every single one. Probably like skip around a bit. Hiragana? Yeah. Hey, Acer's in. Welcome back. All right. I do believe that's it. That's it for the day. I think we did a good job. You know, we got a lot of this done. This dome had been haunting me, as well as the sort of arms of the base, the whole shape of it, really. It had been haunting me for at least a week and a half, so I'm glad to have gotten it out of the way. Why Blackstone and not Obsidian? Well, first of all, it's not about making it grief-proof. It's more... Blackstone has a stair and slab variant. So does Deep Slate. Anything that has a stair and a slab variant is a lot easier to work with. Obsidian isn't bad. Same for black concrete. It's not bad. Just that it's not about it being grief proof. It's about me making it the way that I want to make it. You know, I'm going to use the styles and the techniques that I develop and just go from there. I'm going to make the gold walker boots. It's probably a lot of fun to do stuff like that, but I don't need it now. I don't think. I'll let you know if I do end up needing it. But for now, it's all good. So yeah. You all have a great evening. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. You know, tell me your favorite trim and your favorite material for that trim in the comments. As well as what you might like to see as a feature here on Space Valkyria 5. Don't worry about that stuff in the background. I'm probably eventually going to delete all that because that's not useful anymore. It's kind of, you know, served its purpose. Yeah, this is kind of just the go-to thing. Serves me for developing challenges. Okay, yeah. Well, at any rate, I will take you all on another streaming trip tomorrow. We probably won't do user worlds. We'll probably just do more Space Valk 5. And yeah, from one die-hard Minecraft player to another, you make some badass bases. Thank you. Thank you, Mario Luigi. I appreciate that. So yeah, y'all have a great evening. I will catch you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Stay safe, stay warm. Goodbye.